Alright, guys. Oh man, hold on, wait. Okay, hey, what's up, guys? It is Paris. Welcome back to my channel. Hope you guys are doing great. I'm doing great, well, marvelous, amazing, wonderful, swell, immaculate, all of the above. I hope you guys are doing great. Hope you guys are having a great day. I just recently turned 20, so I am no longer a teenager. So, therefore, I wanted to make a video about the life lessons that I learned in my teenage years. And at first, I was like, am I even credible enough to do a video like this? Like, have I really went through so much, or have I learned like really that great of lessons? But it's like I'm as credible as anybody that's made it through their teenage years because I literally did it. So I feel like I don't know, just trusting yourself. But I don't want to rant and ramble on too long. The first life lesson that I learned was about perspective. Perspective is very important. Perspective is how you see life. I learned from a young age that it's good to have a positive perspective on things. Your perspective is how you see everything. So like, you could be either a half empty person or a half full. A half full person sees life through a positive perspective, going into situations and events with a positive mindset, a positive perspective, you won't really see the negative so much. I remember like going to do things, and I had a blast, had the funnest of time, and it might not have been like the greatest, most spectacular thing, but I had a fun time because I had a great perspective and mindset going into it. At the end they would ask us like, how we felt about it or the situation or whatever, and I hear like people like complaining or be like, this was bad, and I look back, I'm like, I didn't even really notice that because I was having so much fun, or I just had a positive perspective on things, or just like with people. Obviously, not everybody's gonna like you, not everybody's gonna be your friend, but I feel like with a positive perspective, you're able to look through like any negativity, any negative comments, any like negativity someone tries to throw your way because you're so looking at the positive. I'm not saying be naive and like just anybody just do anything. I'm just saying look at things in a more positive perspective. That makes things, especially like if you're going through hard things or something that's not as fun, you make it more fun because you have a positive perspective on it. You're looking at it positively. I don't know. I just feel like perspective is really important. It's literally how you look at life and how you perceive life, and it's also it affects how people perceive you, the feedback that you receive, because you're giving out positive feedback, you're gonna get more positive feedback back. You know what I'm saying? I feel like perspective is very important. It's how you see the world. So I feel like it's always good to try to have a positive perspective. That way, you go into situations with a good mindset, and if it ends up being bad, it's not as bad as someone who was already going into it bad or already sees the world in a negative way. A better way to be in a more positive perspective. I learned that's very important because so many things in my life happen that someone else would have reacted way different than I have, just because I see things very in a positive perspective. But yeah, I feel like perspective is very important, especially to have a positive one. My second life lesson is stop caring what other people think or what others think. I feel like that's very important, especially as a teenager where you're growing and you feel like the world, like everybody's paying attention to you, or like you're like in middle school or high school and you feel like these people that you're growing up with are so important. They're like their opinion of you is so important. Like you want to look cool or you want to look a certain way to these people. I just want to say like it's not as important. It's not as deep as you think it is. Like if you want to be you, if you want to be different, if you want to do what you love, like you don't have to fit in. You don't have to try to fit in. I know you want to have friends and stuff, but like the right people will be your friend. You don't have to change to fit into a certain group or to have certain people like you or for people to think a certain way about you. Like you will like get out of high school and stuff and look back and be like, bro, like I try to do this so much to look like this to these people, and it doesn't even matter. Like 90% of the people that you went to middle school and high school with, you're never gonna talk again after you graduate. So I feel like whenever you're a teenager, it's so hard to grasp that because those people are all you know, and you want to look cool to those people or whatever. You want to look a certain way. But I just want to say, like, just stop caring what others think. Don't be afraid to be you and do what you want to do. Like if that's how you want to dress, how you want to act, if you want to do something, if you want to do like I don't know, like YouTube or like I just feel like if you want to do things out of the box, you want to be different. Don't be afraid to do it. Just be you. Like I know it's scary, like I said, because you're with your peers and you want to have friends and stuff, and you just want to look cool or look a certain way. But I'm telling you right now, don't care what other people think, and that's very important for life in general. Like, because there's gonna be a lot of times where you're uncomfortable, your true self. Sometimes certain people aren't gonna like it. I don't know. You're just not gonna look a certain way to the people how you want to, but you realize it's really not that important, and you also realize that people aren't paying as much attention to you as you think they are. Like when you're a teenager, you feel like everybody's looking at you all the time. That embarrassing moment, that whatever you did, I promise no one's really thinking about it as much as you are. So I feel like not caring what others think is a very good, valuable lesson and a good skill to have. My third lesson, I would say, is to find a lot of hobbies or to explore a lot. When you're young, it's definitely easier to find what you love to do. I don't know, as you're growing up, like whether it's you like to draw or you like to read or you like to edit, you like to film, you like to make music, you like to hike, certain sports you like, certain vibes and styles that you like. I feel like it's so important to explore it and know those things and like find what you love while you're young, so it's easier to find what you're passionate about when the time is really right. Because I know you're pretty young whenever they like push on college and like make you try to like pick a major, which could be scary. And definitely a lot of people don't know what they want to do, which is fine. If you don't know what you want to do, it's not easy to just find what you're passionate about, what you love to do, or it's something that you want to do for the rest of your life, and they want you to find that at a young age. I know that's not easy, but doing different hobbies and interests will really definitely help, like going to the gym, swimming, like I said, different sports, different hobbies, finding instruments. I feel like exploring those things will help you to figure out also yourself, but what you love to do. I feel like that's very important to know yourself and to build while you're young, while there's really no pressure and you have more of the time to just figure out what you want to do. I feel like it's important for life, for like picking a job, something you're passionate about. Also, just whenever you have free time and you're bored or whatever, like some things that'll make you happy, something that you can do that'll make you happy, or just learning new things, which is really good for your brain in general. Just really, it makes you happier in general, just learning new things. So that's very important. I don't know. I feel like that was a good thing that I did while I was young, exploring so many things, that's having so many interests and hobbies. It adds a lot of angles and depths to you, I guess, as a person, and it makes you learn about yourself, learning what you're passionate about, and it's also like it's like an outlet, like the things that you like to do, especially creative wise, but like excelling at the things you love to do is like an outlet. It feels really good. You know what I'm saying? Like you feel it whenever you're in it. Like it's an outlet. It feels really good. So I feel it's very good to figure out what you love to do, especially while you're young, while you have more time and you can go just figure out things and there's no pressure really. Exploring and finding what you're passionate about and learning about your hobbies and new things is really important for life in general, but especially while you're young. Oh no. Why is it so windy out here? Oh no. My third life lesson I would say is to not rush. When you're young, you're always kind of in a rush to like grow up too fast. You want to do something too fast because as a teenager, you're growing like you're going into high school or you're about to get your driver's license, you're about to get a car, or you're in a first relationship. I feel like you want to grow up fast. You want to do things fast, and especially as a teenager, whenever you want to start making money, especially if you're like more in a business type where you're like, I want to make money, I want to be rich or something, and like you want to start a business, you just want to do all these things so fast and you want to build your life like so quick and fast. And I just want to say, don't rush it. Like live in the present moment. That's the right way to live, in the present moment, because it's all you ever really have, and that's for life in general. Live in the present, like whatever age you're at, whatever stage you're whatever stage of life that you're in right now, be there, enjoy it, be in the present with it, because it's not going to be forever. Especially as a teenager, you're only going to be a teen once, and it's going to go. And I want to say, don't rush it. As much as you want to do certain things quickly, bro, it's gonna happen. You just have to be patient, which is a very thing to know, to have while you're growing up. It's a very good skill to have, of being patient, because you're gonna have to be very patient in life. You don't realize it as a teen because you're so young, but a lot of things, most great things in life take a lot of time. You have to be very patient. Patience is a very good skill to have. Whenever you're trying to build something, it takes it's a lot of patience, which I'm still learning myself. But I just want to say, don't rush. Life is gonna fall into place as it falls into place, which it's not an easy lesson to know or to build. It's not easy. It takes time to learn the lesson about taking time. Like being patient. I don't know. I feel like we always feel like we're in a rush sometimes to get to the next step or reach a certain level or do a certain thing. You can relax and be patient, especially if you're working towards it. It's gonna come. Just relax. Be patient. That's a very good skill to have in life, because, like I said, a lot of great things in life take a lot of time. So you just have to be patient. So don't rush. My fifth and final life lesson is that some point, at some time, either once, maybe a few times, but definitely at least one time, you're gonna go through a failure or a setback or a heartbreak or something like that. Something very like it's gonna be hard, and you're gonna think the world is over. You're gonna think how are you ever gonna bounce back from it. You're gonna feel like why me? Like it's gonna be the toughest thing in the world. You're gonna be like, how am I gonna survive and make it through this? Like I remember when I was like 15, 16, I was playing softball. I was trying to go D1. I was working really hard. I got caught in my head and stuff, and I started playing bad, and I got cut from this travel team. And I've never been cut from a team before. It was literally so detrimental to me. Like I felt like my life was over. Like it was so hard for me. I was like, bro, how am I ever gonna get through this? Like, it was so bad. Like I was even thinking about quitting softball. Like I really thought like my life was over. I was like, I thought I was gonna have to work at the mall for the rest of my life. Like I thought my life was over. Like, and looking back, like now it's funny, but looking back, I really like it was over. But it's it's a setback, and you gotta learn that you gotta get back up and you gotta keep going again. And I eventually even went to play college softball. So it's like in that moment it feels terrible, but you're gonna look back and be glad that you went through it. Like you just gotta get back up again. You just gotta keep going, and it feels so bad when you're young, and it usually happens when you're in your teens, and it feels so bad because it's your first heartbreak or your first setback or failure. It feels like it's the end of the world, but I'm here to tell you, I promise you, you're gonna be fine. You're gonna get through it, and you're gonna learn from it. And you're gonna grow, and you're gonna need it because it's gonna make you stronger. And many more are to come into life, but later they're not gonna be as hard because you just get up day by day. You keep going. You keep going. You don't let nothing stop you. Like it feels terrible, but that's life. It's highs and lows. It's ups and downs, and you look back and you're grateful for those downs because they make you who you are and they make you strong as a person. And everything happens for a reason. So, but yeah, like at some point something's gonna happen, whether like I said, heartbreak, get cut from a sport, you lose a loved one, something's gonna happen, and it's gonna feel like your life is over. But I'm here to tell you, you're gonna be fine. Just keep going, just keep moving. And life has a lot of failures and setbacks and heartbreaks, and that's just life. But you're strong. You're stronger than you think you are. However strong you think you are, you're even stronger. So, but yeah, I feel like that's an important lesson to know. That's a very important lesson to know, that just to get back up, how to bounce back from failures or heartbreak, even when you're sad. It's easy to sit and feel sad, easy to feel sorry for yourself, or just think that your life is over, the world's over. No, you have the power to get back up and keep going, and you will. I believe in you guys. I'm big on dreams and stuff like that. So, but yeah, these are my life lessons that I learned. They help shape me who I am, and I feel like they're very important. They're very important to me, and I hope they help someone out there, especially young teenager. You know what I'm saying? But anybody, they're life lessons, literally. So you always work on them. But you know them. You pick them up as you go, so it's easier. Whenever things happen, you have lessons and skill sets and stuff like that. You're confident in yourself. But hope you guys found some goodness in this video, something useful in this video. I love doing these types of videos. Actually, I kind of want to do them more, but I definitely wanted to do this since I knew I turned 20, and I was like, I want to help someone younger, and that's my goal, is to inspire and help younger people. So again, I love you guys. Continue to be you. Continue to dream. Continue to work hard. Continue to get 1% better every day. And if you're going through a tough time, I hope that you get through it. And I know you will get through it. And there will be better days. See you get 1% better every day. I love you guys. I will see you in the next one. Peace out.